Hey there, it's interesting. All the talk and discourse going on right now about COVID-19 and whether or not to open up businesses. Trust me, my wife and I had a business once that went under. It's because of our lack of experience, but it is tough. I was a reporter and an anchor in radio for a number of years in Augusta and in Brewer. And one of the things that I enjoyed about the job was learning. I remember going to a tire fire up in the Old Town area. In other words, a whole bunch of automobile and truck tires that were burning. I'll never forget the look on the firefighter's face when I said, "How long do you think it will be before you can put it out?" He kind of smiled at me and he said, "Chris, you can't put out a tire fire. You can get it under control, but you can't put it out. It has to burn itself out." Like, wow. When I was down in Augusta, I ended up going and watching a house fire in Gardner. It's a large older home, and the fire was in the top part of the house, in the attic. Firefighters were at one end of the house, hacking away at the roof, trying to air it out to get to the fire. Meanwhile, people that lived in the house were going right underneath the fire in the upstairs floor. It was above them in the attic, and moving stuff from one end of the house to the other. At which point you want to say, what in your home is that important that you're willing to die? To either get smoke inhalation or burn to death. By the same token, I look at this COVID-19 thing like a fire. When firefighters say they have it under control, that doesn't mean that the fire is completely out. There can be hot spots, there can be embers, it can start the fire up all over again. It's not too different with this COVID-19, except in like a fire. COVID-19 moves around insidiously. It spreads and you don't know it. You can be carrying those hot embers of the disease and not know it and share it with somebody who's at risk. It might be a loved one. It might be a coworker. So here's a thought. Stop celebrating stupidity and listen to the experts. And we will get through this together and hopefully share a little bit of humor and look back on it someday. We'll have that opportunity to look back at it in our older age and not have to worry about dying because of our ignorance.